Now to talk about intensity of your exercise. If you are doing cardio, you'll see this is more likely going to be measured in effort rating, like light, medium or hard, if we're looking at really simple ratings, or you might see this in a percentage of your max heart rate. So for example, a lower intensity session, maybe at 60 to 70% of your max heart rate, whereas a higher intensity session may be at 80 to 90% of your max heart rate. This will depend on the goals of the session and what kind of training you're doing. And on the flip side, when we're looking at weight training, you're much more likely to see intensity measured in reps in reserve or rate of perceived exertion. Both of these are similar. They give you a really good guideline as to how hard you should be working and what your weight selection should be. For example, if I have given you a set of 10 squats and I've said 2 reps in reserve, so 2 RIR, this means that you should pick a weight. You could just get 2 more reps out. This is a really good guide as to how hard you should be working. If I say 0 reps in reserve, this means go to your absolute max. If we're doing things like maximum amounts of push-ups, maximum amounts of chin-ups, sit-ups, and it says 0 RIR, it means go till failure. So just do it till you can't do any more reps. In your program, you will typically see a range of 0 to 4 reps in reserve. More times than not, you'll see around 2 to 1, which means work pretty hard. And then if you can get 1 more good rep out without form breakdown, that's the right weight for you. RPE is really similar to RIR. It means rate of perceived exertion and basically just means how hard you're working. This is always measured out of 10. And if I said to you, work at an RPE of 8, this pretty much corresponds with an RIR of 2. It means work 8 out of 10 hard or 80% hard, or allow enough room for 2 more reps or 20% more reps. The RPE is 7, this basically means 3 reps in reserve. If the RPE is 9, this means 1 rep in reserve. If the RPE is 10, again, this means max out and don't leave anything in the tank. Regardless of whether you're using RIR or RPE in your program to guide your reps, it's a really good way to ensure the intensity remains high. For example, if you're used to doing squats with a 50 kilo weight, and you can do 10 reps of this, and then you notice on your program, the following program, you've only been given a squat times 6 reps. You don't keep the same weight that you can do 10 reps with. To keep the intensity at a 9 out of 10, for example, or an 8 out of 10, you're going to have to increase the weight from being 50 kilos to probably being 60 or 70 kilos. So as the RPE remains the same, but your reps change throughout the program, be guided by that. The less reps you do, the heavier the weight should be. The more reps you do, the lighter the weight will be in comparison to those heavy reps. No matter what the weight is that you've chosen, you should still be working at 8 out of 10 RPE or 9 out of 10 RPE, whatever it says in your program.